We are in the middle of the greatest investment mania in the history of capitalism. There is not a time in recorded history where investors agreed to invest at a negative yield. That's never happened before, ever, anywhere, at any time.
Once every decade or every 2 decades, a disruption hits the merger market, and merger arbitrage becomes as attractive as investing in distressed bonds.
To make money, to make real money, an asset has to be hated. In addition to that, it has to be under-owned.
Every time you do your homework and you get an idea, you come to that point. You must cross that chasm, and the only way you get across there is by the courage of your knowledge and experience. It can't be false bravado. You have to have some knowledge and experience.
We see people consistently making these same mistakes over and over and over again. And a lot of these mistakes can be hugely detrimental to your wealth.
What most people need is more structure. Because when you have more structure in your life, you become more successful. Because when we put that structure into our days, we will have more time so that we can get more done. We can make more money and have time for what really matters in our life, which is the people and experiences around us.
If you want to live in this country, it's not political action. It's changing perceptions. It's changing people's attitude. Show them what the difference is between Keynesian economics and Austrian economics, why we don't need a Federal Reserve System. This is what is important, and that's why I think it's education and change people's minds and change their heart so that then that will be reflected in Washington.
Picasso said, you know, every child is an artist. The challenge is ultimately how to remain an artist once we grow up. How do we retain that childlike passion, that childlike ability to creatively solve challenges, to embrace change, but then ultimately plug it back into our adult life?
My name is Hugh Herr. I don't build buildings or bridges, I build body parts. These are my beautiful legs. So I'm basically a bunch of nuts and bolts from the knee down. Microprocessors, sensors, computers. Nothing human is touching the ground surface.
Global business for information technology is a $2.7 trillion business on an annual basis. Companies that are spending $10 million or $100 million or $1 billion on IT budgets a year need to have this kind of technology.
I love gold, and I love gold stocks, and I have for years. The question always comes, especially after a good run like this, is at what point do you increase your holdings? When do you buy more?
You know, the entire price of gold is totally driven by sentiment. There is no fundamental supply-demand equations that matter. It's all a sentiment trade, always.
You know, and I don't like to talk about what we feel is going on. We like numbers. We're kind of bankers. We're kind of wonky. So we'll try to show you why and what crony business does to the economy.
You got to have a good team around you. I've always surrounded myself as an athlete, as a person, with people that I considered smarter than me or maybe stronger than me. The more that I surround myself with great people, the more that I up my game.